Hey folks, how you doing? Cyrus here. So this video is going to be a bit about me. It's my personal vlog, so I thought it's better to put a bit of information about my background as well. So what I've been through and what's going on now, and whatever that's going to happen in the future will be in the future. We don't know yet. I born in a very small city called Kuchan, and it's in northeast in Iran, a very cold city with small people in it, like a small amount of people. So technically this video basically is about how it feels to born in a third world country. Because when you see Iran from a different perspective, maybe you don't feel what actually is happening inside of it, because it's a very big country with a very big history, a rich history. But when it comes to present time, it's not just like any other time in the world. There are a lot of difficulties that we face every day, and there are a lot of difficulties that we experience every day, and it's not like a normal life. We can't say that in Iran we experience normal life, because recently I traveled to Armenia, to Yerevan, to go to the US Embassy for my visa for the US, which got declined, and life was a lot more different than here. One of the first things that you notice when you go abroad is that you see people are so calm. It means that in third world countries, people are not so calm. They always try to have more. They always try to be more. And for that, they don't have any easy time in their life. They're not calm. They're so frustrated. They're so tired, exhausted of trying so much and getting nowhere. And that's a very sad feeling. You know, as an introverted person, I'm far away from society. Like I am living in a very isolated personal life. But even today, when I go outside, I see different things. I feel in a different way. The society is not good anymore in here. People can't make the very small and basic living requirements from working. And that's unbelievable, you know, because of politics. Iran been through very heavy sanctions, and since then we face inflation like every day. You have no idea, but things doubled, tripled, 10 times bigger than before. And nowadays we face even more of that, which made my country a bit sad and a bit, you know, I can say you no longer can live here. You no longer can breathe easily without thinking about the problems, the chaos that is outside of your door. And that actually influenced me all the way in a way that I can't stop thinking about everything. And it's not good. Being in a third world country made us, the youngsters, to think about education a lot. Like, you know, because we have hard times making money by working simply in the society, all the Iranians are thinking about becoming good engineers or doctors. And maybe it applies in other places in the world, but in our country it's much severe. Like if outside of Iran, I don't know, 30%, 40% of youngsters want to become doctors and engineers. In Iran, 100% of them are going to be that. At least they want to be that. They can't, because there are other problems. So everybody is competing in this country. Everybody is trying to be better every day, and everybody want to just, you know, do something. I don't know. And when you get born in here, all your life is going to be about goals. So you become a goal-oriented person. So you open your eyes, you have your Persian family, and they teach you from the beginning that, dude, you're going to be an engineer or a doctor. Like everybody wants to become doctor here because they can make good amount of money, and they have very high valuable position in the society. Everybody loves doctors, despite the fact that you pay a lot of money to them. You have to respect them as well. So everybody wants to become doctor in this country, and people are become goal-oriented. And what's the problem with being goal-oriented? So you study hard since when you're 7 years old, and every family wants you to become the best, want to become the first and the best. Despite the fact that everybody wants to become the first and the best, your family is going to push you as hard as they can to make you the best, which is kind of like impossible. So you study so hard, you pass elementary school, you go higher and higher into high school, and then you have to become prepared for entrance exam. We call it concours in Iran, and every year about 100,000 students are competing for becoming doctors and engineers, which top universities in Iran only accept thousands or 2,000 good students each year to put them in different categories and in different fields and allow them to study in good universities. And what's happened to the rest of them? Nothing. After finishing their bachelor, most of the guys are gonna just run away from obligatory military service, and they start to studying for masters and even PhD, and girls are gonna just get married. So all these things are not so bad, huh? I mean, like, from outside perspective, it's just fine. Like, everybody's doing that. What's the problem? Well, the problem is that while you're goal-oriented, it means if you're going to military service or you're going to free market to work, it means that you're a failure in the society. If anybody asks you, what are you doing? And if you're not answering, you're a doctor or an engineer, it's a very bad feeling. At the beginning, at least, until you become 35, 36, and you accept the fact that your family pushed you in a wrong way and society pushed you in a wrong way, and you accept yourself as an individual, and you feel that everything is okay. But before that, it's a heavy burden on your shoulders because you became nothing with Persian family standards. So I was in the same society as well, and I was in the same system as well. Well, I was a bit lucky because I was an introverted, and I could not see myself in the society and the spectrum of people. I was seeing myself very separated from them, and all these things didn't really put me in a bad situation, but I wasn't away from it. I was in the system as well. And by today that I'm 26 years old, I have a lot of knowledge and I have a lot of skills, but being a third world country guy is not a good thing. You know, that goal-oriented things that I mentioned affected my life in a very bad way. So I'm a very good computer scientist student. I have a GPA 4 out of 4. I told you I got my TOEFL 96, and I got accepted from Florida Institute of Technology, but the problem is that US Embassy declined my visa. Why? Because I'm a bad guy? No, because I'm an Iranian. See, that's the problem. Well, after all, just trying so hard to become something and make something out for a living, after all, world does not accept you because you're a third world country guy, because the politic of your country influence all your life, like in a very bad way. Like, nobody's letting me to go anywhere because I'm an Iranian. What is it? Is it a guilty thing to born in Iran? Was it my fault? No. Like, okay, I should show you. This is my passport. This is an Iranian passport that does not worth anything, because nobody gonna let you to go anywhere with that piece of paper. Let's put it there. But it's a sad thing. So recently, I was always thinking about getting born in this country and tolerating all that pressure and trying to become the best and trying so hard to actually being one of the best didn't help me to be anywhere in the world. Like, world just denied all my potentials and all my powers just because I'm an Iranian. So it's a very bad feeling. It's a very bad, I mean, it's like logically it's totally unacceptable, and from feeling perspective it's horrible. So if you're watching me from a non-third world country and you're much from a developed country, I gotta say, partly you're much luckier than me, because at least world count you as a person, but world does not even count me as a person. Like, imagine if I was about to have 100 million subscribers and YouTube couldn't pay me because I'm an Iranian and I am living in Iran, and there is no way that they can pay me. All the Iranian banks are under heavy sanctions, so there's actually no way. So being a third world country, it means that you're isolated from the rest of the world, and the biggest problem that you're gonna face is losing all your motivations after all. So see, all these problems are gonna stack up one another, and the first one is just fine. You're trying so hard to become one of the best. That's just fine. That can be part of your life. You try to learn everything. That's just fine. You try to pass entrance exam. It's fine. You try to be the best in your classes. It's fine. You try to learn English. It's fine. You try to immigrate. It's fine. But bang, you're behind the door and they don't open the doors. And finally, you ended up laughing to yourself that, dude, did I do it right? Was it my fault or not? I don't know. Maybe it's part of the luck and maybe it's part of my destiny, but whatever it is, the title says, how does it feel to born in a third world country, in a developing country? I gotta say, it feels crap. And I hope you don't feel that any day in your life, because see, there are a lot of white hairs in here that just grow because of the pressure that I felt over the years of my life. And now that I can actually share this with you, I feel a little bit better. At least I can feel that I have a friend over the internet, that they can listen to these things. Even as an introverted person, I have not a lot of people around me to talk to them and to tell them these problems, but it's bad. It's bad. All my intentions over the years of my life was to help people, was to be a very good and useful person for the society and for the people that I love and for the people that generally live in the society. But as a third world country guy, even you're unable to do that because nobody's gonna let you to do that. Political problems. But I hope I found myself out of this country as soon as possible to be able to at least help. Maybe that's the things that can be fine. I told once, I'm saying it again, YouTube is not a place for me to make a good fortune out of it. I'm not looking for building net worth, but more of a person who's looking for building network. And I hope through this network, I'll be able to be better and useful person. So after all, learning all these skills and abilities, and after all this time having this potential in me, I hope I can use them one day and to make them more practical and to be able to build better things. Okay, good for now. Thanks a lot for watching this, if you're watching it. Love you all.